Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading this is your September bonus reading, actually. We're going to take a look and see what is going on for you in this first row for the Mercury Retrograde that will be in Libra, and that will be on the 9th of the month. Next, we're going to look at the full moon in Pisces, and that will be on the 10th of the month. And it's funny to me, almost every single person has had a Pisces card in this row, which is pretty funny. I don't know, maybe you're not laughing. But next, we're going to look at all the Libra energy this month. On the 22nd, the sun moves into Libra. On that day is also the fall equinox as well. We also have Venus in Libra on the 29th. So just a ton of Libra energy going on this month, and this row is going to represent all that. And in your last row, we're going to look at the new moon in Libra on the 25th. And that'll be that here, Leo. So let's see what is going on for you. You start off with this full moon card. Here you go. It just says surrender to the divine, and it's just the full moon card in this deck. I don't think I've ever seen this card in this deck, which is pretty crazy, but I feel for some of you, you could just be surrendering to your intuition and kind of trusting your intuition here. I feel like you're more surrendering to things just working out. Like, you know, if you could even have had some minor disappointments recently, is what's popping into my head. And I feel you're just saying, you know what, it is what it is. I'm just gonna allow things to happen. Being in this allowing mode with this energy, I feel is gonna be just very good for you. You have the Fool, the Four of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords here. So it's like you want to get started on something with the Fool card. I always say, when I get the Fool with the Eight of Swords, it's like, have you ever seen one of those videos where it's like someone is going to jump off a jumping board and they like hesitate, they jump up and they like come down and they hit the diving board is what I meant to say. They like kind of come back down and they hit it and then they fall into the water. It's kind of like one of those moments. So number one, don't hesitate. I feel like you're going to fall and hit the diving board if you do. But number two, I kind of get this desire to, you know, kind of start something, to get moving, to get things going, but also feeling kind of stuck at the same time. My question to you is, what are you holding on to? You have the Four of Pentacles. It's like, are you holding on to the diving board? Are you holding on to some beliefs or ideas that could be preventing you from finding success? I kind of feel like some sort of fear here, and I'm not calling you out here, Leo, but I do feel there could be some worries or concerns about the things that you say. It's popping into my head as words, which is very interesting. It's like, are there things you don't want to say in work or business? Which, you know, there could be some legitimate reasons for that. It's like, there are definitely some things I'm not going to say on YouTube, right? Because it'll get me banned very quickly. So it's like, if you have a YouTube channel or something, maybe there are things you want to say that you can't say. But I don't know why this is popping into my head, but I do feel that you need to start kind of like thinking about, how can I work things into my work or business that I want to get started on? It's like, how can I get these things kind of working together? Or how can I put things out to the world that I want to put out to the world in like the best way that I can? And what I mean by this also, I know this is very kind of like vague, but I feel for some of you, maybe you have like financial limitations as well, and there's still a way that you want to present something. Like maybe you want to create a movie. And it's like, but maybe clearly it's like not very many of us have enough money to put together a movie. But it's like, what can you do? I feel like this first row is saying, you know, again, if you surrender to the divine, if you just start taking the steps to do the thing that you want to do, I kind of feel, number one, the universe will move out of the way. Number two, in a lot of ways, I feel it's like, what can you do with what you got right now? With the Fool card, you have the Four of Pentacles. Again, like I said, something you're holding on to could be preventing you from taking this leap of faith for sure. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Cups. Fortune after difficulty, happiness, good things coming in for you. The Ten of Cups is also the card of happy home, happy family. So I do feel there's a lot of happiness coming in for you, of course. But this could be one of the things that's preventing you from finding success. I totally get it. You know, it's like if you want to start a business, but you're kind of like have to support a family, that can be a very, very challenging thing to do, of course. But I also feel not doing it could be a mistake as well. So it's like, how can you do it? And again, I don't know your exact situation here, but it's like whatever you want to do, how can you do it regardless of your limitations, right? With the Eight of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups. Well, I would say this is going to lead to wish fulfillment. The reason, I'm not saying that any of this is easy. Someone always, leaves me a comment. Again, this is not, I'm not asking for defense. People always come to my defense when I say this. I'm just giving you an example here, people, right? What I would say is that someone always gives me an example of like, how they're, of some reason why they can't do something. Half the time I'm like, okay, well, that's not really a limitation. Sometimes they legitimately have some sort of limitation. But as I always say, it's like if you do these things, even in the face of your limitations, it's going to make you feel so much more powerful, after you do it. You're going to be claiming your power, which we see right here. So with that new moon in Pisces, you have this claim your power card. And I kind of feel that some of you are kind of getting like a tiger here on this deck. It's like you're kind of doing something in the face of a limitation that you could have. Definitely could be a very legitimate limitation as well. I'm not saying that it's not. But what I am saying is I feel that by doing that, you're going to feel extremely powerful. It's like once you overcome a big limitation, then you're like, what else can I do? And I definitely get that feeling for you here, Leo. Very powerful reading. You have the High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Page of Cups. Could be a Pisces coming in for some of you if you are looking for love. I'm pretty sure you've had Pisces before. For others, I feel this is asking you to trust your intuition. I also feel it's asking you to kind of find out what happens. That's really what I'm getting here. The High Priestess represents a mystery. She has no roof over her head. The High Priestess kind of represents unlimited potential. She represents kind of, there are no limits to what you can create, basically, and that's what the no roof over her head represents. But it is a mystery. So for some of you, maybe you want to put something out into the world, something you've created, and you're just not sure how it's going to be received. I would just do it anyway. I feel like it's going to be great. For others, I feel there are things you want to do, and I would just kind of do them because I feel you will be successful. You do have the Lovers here, so there could be love coming in for you. Could be a Gemini as well, popping into my head, obviously, with this card. You do have a lot of air energy. There is a lot of air energy this month in general, so it doesn't really surprise me. But I do feel like there could be love coming in for you. And you have the Queen of Cups, so someone very nurturing and caring. Definitely a good person. Again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. I just feel it could be like a very intuitive, nurturing, caring person. But I also feel that this is talking about following your heart. I always say Queen of Cups has been coming up like crazy in the readings. And I feel it's because if we don't do things that are heart-based, it's like if we do things that are something that are, based off of something else, like our ego or whatever, they're probably just not going to work with the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, she is very focused on that cup. I always say it looks like a trophy. It doesn't even look like a cup. She is really focused on how she feels about the things that she does. The better she feels, the better the things go in her life. So she really makes sure that she's doing things for the right reasons. With the High Priestess, you have the Page of Cups. Definitely could be a love offer from a water sign or, really anyone. The Page of Cups is just a admirer in general. It could also be you, because that fish could be in your imagination. The fish in his cup, I always say, might not exist. It might be something that he is imagining exists, and it could be something like a goal, wish, or dream, something that he's trying to accomplish in his life. And I feel this is saying, well, you have to try it. You have to see what's on the other side, right? With the Lovers, you have the Ten of Swords, so that would be like the ending of a connection. I feel like this could be the thing that might be preventing you from entering into a relationship, if you are being prevented from entering into a relationship. Or I don't think anyone is preventing you from being in a relationship. This, to me, looks, if we go this way here, I feel like this Queen of Swords, look, Queen of Swords, Page of Cups. We have the Page of Cups here. So it's almost as if you're kind of maybe open to a relationship. She has her hand out. She's ready to receive something, but she has that sword up, And so I would say if you want love, I would let go of the past and make sure that you've kind of healed from that situation and make sure you're open to something new with this energy if you want it. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Three of Pentacles. Teamwork makes the dream work for sure this year. I mean, to me, if we look at the astrology, there's just a ton of benefits in kind of working together with other people at this time. And I do feel if you're working on a team, or if you have a team of people that you work with in business, that there could be a lot of success for you here. I feel as long as you have like a common goal, they're all working towards this Three Pentacles right here. These three people have worked towards the same thing. And again, it could be your heart-based goal, wish, or dream that you have. I feel as long as you do that, you're going to find a lot of success at this time. Next, in the area of the Libra season in general, you have this building blocks card. So you could be building, laying the foundation, so to speak. Not the only sign that had a message very similar to this in the same exact position. So, this Libra season, we're entering into like the fall equinox as well on the 22nd. So a lot of energy on the 22nd. And I feel there could be a lot of building energy where you're kind of laying the bricks. You're putting down the first few bricks of something that is going to be much bigger in your life. As I always say to you, Leo, it's kind of weird because I always get like two things for you. Some of you, it's not like you're going to be changing your business. It's not like if you have a business or a job that you're necessarily going to be leaving. But I do feel a lot of upgrading type of energy here that will be going on, between now and the foreseeable future. For others, I do feel like if you want to change, that you could be making a change and you're kind of laying the foundation with this energy. You have the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands, and the King of Swords here. It's pretty crazy to me that a lot of people have had the King and the Queen of Swords in their readings. To me, they are divine counterparts, but they are like the worst divine counterparts because they're not facing each other. They don't communicate maybe, and they're both, kind of too much in their head. So some of you could be leaving a situation like that. But again, I do feel like you're at least open to new opportunities. I also feel that even if you want love, but even if you don't, with that Page of Cups, right, kind of putting the cup out to her in your reading, I feel like you are open to your dreams. I feel like you're open to accomplishing things that you don't think maybe you can accomplish. Again, a little bit of a reach here, but I feel like you're kind of taking a reach. Again, like I said, jump off the diving board is what I'm trying to get at with this reading. If you're going to do something, I feel like it's saying go all the way. And it could be scary to do that, right? It's like if you have a family, because clearly there's some sort of attachment here. It might not be a family, it could be anything. But if you're kind of leaving one thing to completely start something else, it can be a very scary thing to do. And that's what this reading looks like you're doing. It looks like you're taking a big leap of faith. This isn't just a tiny leap of faith that you're taking here. You have the King of Wands. King of Wands to me is definitely the builder. He is like the true entrepreneur in the tarot as well. So if you're working on a business, I get very good business vibes from this reading, especially for those of you that are taking a big leap of faith. Like I said, I feel there could be a lot of success for you in diving, just, getting throwing yourself really right into the deep end, right? Just going for something here. For others, I feel like you're accomplishing a lot in life in general. He encourages us to be bold, to be assertive, to really go for the things that we want to create in our life, the things that we want to have. And so I would definitely do that here. You also have the King of Swords. King of Swords is very direct, and I do just get a very direct energy here with the King of Swords. I kind of feel some people, like there could be some misunderstandings this month with the King and Queen of Swords. Part of me feels like it's both of you. I mean, it's your energy. Both cards is a King and Queen of Swords. And I do feel that, kind of straightforward communication might be beneficial for you with those two cards. But let's see what is going on for you here, Leo, in this reading, in this row. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands. Again, the builder. To me, the Knight of Wands, is the true builder of the tarot. So very much a building energy going on here around the 22nd of the month. The Knight of Wands, he sets a goal. He doesn't really care how he gets there. He just kind of figures it out as he goes. And the Queen of Swords is also a very similar energy. She is kind of like I'll figure it out as I go along. And I feel some of you could be doing that. With the King of Wands, you have the Seven of Wands. A lot of people have been getting the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is about belief. It's kind of a card that says if you believe that you can have something, or if you believe that you can do something, then you're right. So I feel that, this is a card of conviction. It's a card of knowing that you know that something is going to be successful. And I definitely feel the more you believe that something is going to be successful, the more likely it is it will be successful. With the King of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is kind of like direct results. The work that you put into things is exactly what you're going to get back. So I do feel this month that your results are going to be pretty straightforward as far as work is concerned. At the end here for the new moon on the 25th in Libra, you have this Eagle card. The Eagle card is about kind of seeing the future, and it's also a card of flying really high and soaring to new heights. And that's what I feel like you're doing here, Leo. Clearly, it's like I said, you're diving into the deep end, but it's much deeper than that. So I feel like you're kind of really going for something this month, and that's exactly what I would do with this energy. I'm getting like an element of protection with this reading as well. Like, I feel that there are a lot of symbols of protection going on here. Kind of the Ace of Swords. You have the Ace of Swords in this row. We'll talk about that in a minute. The King and the Knight of Wands, they both have salamanders on their cloak. Salamanders in the tarot represent protection from fire, basically protection from risk. So I feel like you're protected. In this Eagle card, I'm also getting protection from, pretty much anything that you do. So it doesn't mean that there won't be mistakes. It doesn't mean that there won't be failures and things like that. But I feel like for the most part, something is kind of meant to be in your life, like some sort of risk that you're about to take. So I would go for it. You have the the Page of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. The Page of Cups, again, he's reaching out to this Queen of Swords right here. I almost feel this is like the universe being like, you want this carrot right here. There's something that you want in your life. Of course, this could be love, but I feel there's a much bigger picture message going on here with the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, again, he might be, sorry, wrong camera. I'm getting too excited now, Leo. He might be imagining that fish that is in that cup there. It's part of his imagination. It's something that he sees as maybe very successful or something that could make him very happy. It could be anything. And I feel like the universe is like saying, come on, it's like right here. You just have to, kind of jump off the diving board. Like I said, I would take a running leap. I wouldn't like stop and jump and, do a flip or something. I would just run and leap, right? Next, you have the Two of Swords. Needing to make the decision. Again, sometimes I feel that with the Two of Swords, we can be agonizing over a choice. She's sitting there with a blindfold on. She's trying to protect her heart, and she has those swords crossed over her heart. I always say that it really represents needing to go to this new island behind her here, because that new island is something new. It's something different, something exciting. But I do kind of get that energy of just thinking and thinking and thinking. I feel you can think all day long, but until you actually experience something, you don't know what it's going to be like. And that I got the same message on that High Priestess in your reading. I feel like the High Priestess is just saying you have to like kind of see what's behind the curtain, So anything that you're wanting to have, do, be, create, whatever, I would go for it. You also have the Ace of Swords, which is like a victory. So I do feel that there's a big victory coming in for you, probably in making some sort of sacrifice. There's a palm frond right here and an olive branch right here. The palm frond in the tarot represents making a sacrifice. The olive branch can represent an offer of peace, but it can also represent abundance. So it's like sometimes we have to sacrifice something, take a big leap of faith away from something to have something else. And that's what this kind of looks like to me here, this reading. And again, you have that claim your power card, so I feel like you're really claiming your power. With the Page of Cups, you have the Devil. I feel you are probably kind of thinking about devil energy. Again, I get this weird thinking energy about love in general. So if you want love and if there's a person presenting themselves, I feel like this is a new person. But again, I feel your thoughts, your thinking could be on past people. So, I would just follow the rules of Libra, right? I would just follow the rules of the Justice card, as I've been saying all year. It's like cause and effect. If you put energy in with a person, do they return the energy? If they return the energy, keep putting more energy in. If they don't return the energy, stop, right? And I feel that's like the best way we can not get hurt this year. Is as long as our energy is being matched, perfectly fine, right? We'll be fine. If it's not being matched, then we need to stop or make a change. And again, just because they stop matching our energy, people change. I think sometimes we get too literal in love, right? Maybe a person stops matching our energy, but maybe they have something going on in their life. So what's the best solution there? Start communicating with them, talk to them, tell them, express your feelings. It might be a very easy solution. Too many times I think in love, just a little bit of talking, could provide a very, very simple solution to whatever it is that we're dealing with. And I kind of feel that here, but I would let go of the past hurts. With the Two of Swords, you have the Ten of Wands, a lot of work. I do feel that, for those of you that are thinking about taking a big leap of faith here, which it looks like a lot of you are, I feel that the Ten of Wands is the concern of not being paid for the work. Maybe not literally, right? Maybe you're not literally expecting money for the leap of faith that you're going to be taking, but I feel like you want to take the leap of faith and you want to see the energy returned, like I said. And there could be a fear that it's not going to happen. It could be a fear that something is a waste of time, but it's not. So I would just do it. With the Ace of Swords, here you go, Empress. Very attractive at this time. I also feel like you're going to be attracting a lot of abundance as well, Leo. So I would take the leap of faith. I feel there is a lot of success coming in for you here. Love it. Amazing. So Leo, we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. So 1, 2, 3. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions. 1, 2, 3. For question number 1, I would say yes, King of Pentacles. I also feel like whatever you're asking about is going to last forever. So yes. For question number 2, I would say yes, it's time you take the leap of faith. You're probably asking about the reading. So yes, right there. For question number 3, I would say no. I feel like the grass is not greener on the other side. But this is an amazing reading. I love this. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.